Hi guys, today I'm going to be playing Nest game mode while using Hank, the support role character. In this game mode you've got a time limit, as you can see up the top left hand corner there. I've got 9 minutes 50, and you've got to destroy the 6 different eggs that are dotted around the map. You're pretty much going to have to do this all together. You can't really go splitting off like into smaller groups or individually to take down these eggs, because you've also got the monster. The person playing as the monster going to be hunting you down as well. So pretty much what you're going to have to do is, as fast as you can, get around the map and take down these eggs. And the only way to do that is by staying together in a group like we are here, and do it as fast as you can. Obviously the monster's not going to come looking for you straight away, because he's only at level 1 at the beginning, so he's going to be like going around killing the wildlife, trying to level up, evolve and everything as fast as he can, so that he can start coming after you with looking for the eggs. But obviously he's not going to know where you are, which egg you're at, until you start destroying that egg. So if you all stick together, the 4 of you, and you can take down the egg pretty quick and then start moving towards the next one. Hopefully by that point the monster's got to the previous egg you've destroyed, and then he has to decide which egg he thinks you've probably gone to next. So maybe try and switch it up a little bit, maybe not always go to the next nearest one, maybe go to the furthest one away from that next one, or maybe one that's like the second nearest one, just so that it confuses the monster, I guess. But you'll see in this video that like we pretty much stayed together for most of it anyway, sticking together to take down this egg. And I was trying to use my what is it called, orbital bomb or whatever it's called, on the eggs, and it was quite funny because it was kind of the other 3 were kind of quite close to the egg, and every time I did it, it kind of knocked them back, and they were probably getting a bit annoyed, but no one said anything. So, and it seemed to take the egg down a bit faster, unless it was just me. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really affect the egg that much, but to me it looked like it was anyway. Also, I wanted to do a kind of a first impressions of Evolve as well, because I haven't played enough to be able to do a proper review of it yet. I've only played about 6-7 hours worth. I've done quite a lot of matches, and I've played as the monster, as you'll see if you watch my previous video. I've mostly been playing as the medic and the support characters, due to when you're selecting to play Evolve online, you kind of have to select like preferences for what role you want to play as. So you have it in like number order. So for me, when I first started, because I'm used to playing medic roles in games, I had medic as my number 1 preference, support as my number 2, I think trapper as number 3, number 4 was assault, and then monster as the 5th one. And the reason I put monster as the 5th one was because I was grouping, like having a grouping in a party, and if you group it up as a party, you can't be selected as the monster. So as I knew that, I kind of put him as the 5th one. Not that it would have mattered anyway, even if I would have put him as the 1st one, but anyway, kept him as the 5th one until later on when I played on my own, and then put him as the 1st one. So pretty much it was I was getting my first role mostly, like maybe 80% of the time. So I was mostly playing as medic. I did have maybe about 3 matches as Hank, and this is one of them. And I also played 1.5 matches of the assault class, and I think only 1 match as the trapper. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah, and then I did a solo match, and I kind of switched to trapper at one point, and played as her for about a minute or 2, and then switch back to support role. And I've had like only really like the 1 match with the Goliath monster, and obviously the beginning when you first start up the game, you get to do the Goliath monster tutorial. before you do anything else. So I haven't really played enough to be able to do a proper review yet. But based on what I've played, it's kind of some matches I've noticed, like the first maybe 3 or 4 matches were a little bit difficult because of the controls and getting used to them, because they're quite different from other games. As you see in the bottom right hand corner there, you've got like L1, R1, circle, triangle, and then R2 to shoot, L2 to climb, hold X to use your jetpacks. It's quite confusing with the buttons and takes a bit of time to get used to. But then after the first few matches, it got a lot easier. But them first few matches, I kind of, me and my friends were all saying that, like, how amazing it was, just based on them first few matches. But then after that, it was kind of the next couple of matches, we was up against someone who seemed to be like an absolute pro with the monster, and we couldn't find the monster. And even if it did alert the birds, you'd kind of go to that area, and then the birds would be alerted all the way over the other side from where you've gone to. So we pretty much played the whole match until the very end. Once the person had got to stage 3, the whole match just trying to find them, and it was kind of a bit slow paced, and it wasn't that fun. It just felt like they were just avoiding us. It never felt like they were gonna just come out from nowhere and just attack us or anything. It was obvious they were staying away until they got to stage 3, and once they did, they just came after us within maybe a minute. They were on us and attacking us, and that happened for 2 matches in a row until eventually we re-queued and got someone else as a monster. So obviously that person's played a hell of a lot of this game as the monster class, and got a lot of experience. So when you go up against someone with that much experience who's like really good with the monster, or even the other way around, if you're the monster and it's your first go, or only one of your first goes as the monster class, and the group you're going up against have all got microphones, they've all been like playing, they're a group of friends and they've been playing every night kind of thing together, and they've got used to their roles and everything, you're kind of going to be a bit stuck against them. So, and for these first few weeks, I think it's going to be quite tricky, and then I'm a bit worried about what will happen after that with newer players coming in. Will it be too much of a learning curve for them to get into the game? Will they kind of, after just a few games, get frustrated? But other than that, I mean, like, I found myself a few times like kind of just feeling really intense on the edge of my seat, and noticing that I wasn't even breathing half of the time, and having to kind of remind myself I need to breathe, and that, and it was just it completely intense, like just not knowing if the monster's just going to jump out on you, or sort of like you kind of got to escape the monster who's found you, and you've got to get away. So far it's pretty mixed. I've been enjoying it, and the game modes are all pretty fun. I'm going to be doing some more videos on them modes and different hunter classes in future videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll end it here, and see you in the next video.